should be here. Do you like running dog decks? Like, you know, the best pup? Pokemon's best pup, you know, the OG? You know who I'm talking about, right? And if you don't, you got a different idea of who's the best pup? Let me know in the comments down below. But everybody knows that it's obviously Arcanine. And with the new set, Silver Tempest, we got Hisuian Arcanine V. So it's not the normal fire type, it's a fighting type, which is pretty cool. If you played Pokemon Legends Arceus, you'd be very familiar with this guy. He's got a really cool ability in Irresistible Force, so as often as you like during your turn, you can move a fighting energy from one of your Pokemon to this Pokemon, which combos really nicely with the attack Rocket Bullet, does a base damage of 90, and then 30 more damage for each fighting energy attached to this Pokemon. It does have a attack cost of 4 though, so if all 4 fighting energy, 120, plus 90 is 210, which can be taking out Vs. Some have a little bit more health. Arcanine itself has 230, so if you add a 5th fighting energy on there, brings it up to 240, which knocks those out. And then you got to scale it up if you're going for Vstars or Vmaxes, but you can be half hitting things. Since fighting types, you can be running Stone Energy. So Arcanine will be taking 20 less damage for each Stone Energy attached to it, 230 HP, and it then becomes 250 with 1 Stone Energy. And since it's a basic, we can also give it a Cape of Toughness, so brings it up to 300. And we've got 4 Stone Energy in the deck, so we can bring that even higher. So 320, 340, 360 if you want to get really greedy, and it's kind of fun if you do, right? And since it's taking 20 less damage, that's not a flat 360, that's each turn it's going to be taking 20 less damage. So we can be 2-hitting into V-Stars and V-Maxes, they're going to be 2 to 3 shotting back into us. It does set up that prize trade pretty nicely, and we've got a really good way to set up the attack Rock Bullet, since the ability we can move energy around from guys, so we want to accelerate some out. And Galarian Zapdos is a great way to accelerate energy out. So with the ability Strong Legs, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you can attach 2 fighting energy cards from your hand to this Pokemon. So we've got a big hand of fighting energy, bench 1, bench 2, 4 energy are out, we accelerate them all up to Arcanine, it starts attacking. Maybe you've only got 1 Galarian Zapdos in your hand though, and you're like, I wish I could scoop this up somehow. Well, we've got Scoop Up now, so you just scoop it up, put it back down, accelerate the energy up, and since we're moving the energy off of it, we're not discarding it or anything, it's just getting pushed up to that Arcanine, scoop it up, put it back down again, more energy, move it up. It's really nice. It does also have free retreat, so it's a great pivot Pokemon, so if you are struggling to kind of keep bench space, you can put this in the active, find another Arcanine, put it on your bench, move some things around. It does give a lot of pivot potential, which is great. It does have a nice attack too in Zapper Kick. Great name, I gotta say. It does 70 damage, and then if you want, you can discard all energy from this Pokemon and paralyze your opponent's active Pokemon. There's a lot of switching cards in the format, so paralyzing isn't quite as powerful as it sometimes can be in the formats, but it is a nice option. 70 damage does take out things like Comfey as well, so with Lost Box seeing quite a bit of play, it's a nice option to be able to go, hey, I don't have an Arcanine, but I can go a single prizer into this, hit 70 damage into them. They can come back with Cramorant though and do 110, which would knock this out, but since it's a basic and a fighting type, we can attach Stone Energy and Cape of Toughness to this as well to make that matchup a little bit trickier for the Lost Zone decks. We've also got one more attacker in the deck in Drapion V. So Drapion, if your opponent's got a lot of Fusion Strike cards in play, looking at you, Mew, it reduces the attack cost of this for each battle style type card. So Fusion Strike, Single Strike, Rapid Strike, they all reduce the attack cost down. If they've got 4 in play, you can use Dynamic Tail for free, doing 190 damage, which against Mew, you're hitting weakness, so that's 380 you're doing. It's gonna kill them, even if they've got Oricorios in play. It does do 60 damage to one of your Pokemon though, but against Mew, they're not really doing bench damage or anything like that, so it's just, hey, put that 60 on one of your Zapdos, scoop up net it the next turn, it's fine. It's kind of irrelevant. It's a really nice option to have. Can help out if you're seeing like Rapid Strike and Single Strike decks popping up too, but I haven't been seeing too many of them on ladders. If you do, let me know in the comments. I'd be really interested to see what's still floating around out there. For some tech cards, we've got 2 copies of Crobat, so being able to refresh our hand with it is really nice, since we're going to be playing Zapdos, accelerating energy out, scoop up netting it, repeating, and then if we can draw into a fresh 6 with Crobat, just keep doing that, it's really nice. Draw 6 cards off this, another 7 off Research in a turn. It's a really great combo and can get Arcanine going very quickly. The other draw support we've got is Radiant Greninja. There's a couple Radiant Pokemon that would fit nicely in this deck. You could use Gardevoir to take a bit less damage or Serena to heal up, but Greninja just feels right to me. So being able to get some extra draw support, make sure that Arcanine's online faster, and get a really quick knockout on turn 1 can swing the tide of the game, which is kind of the idea of this deck. You want it to be set up fast, you want it to be set up consistently. Draw support's a great way to do that, and we do have a lot of energy recovery in the deck, so Greninja can be using as many energy as it wants. We can get them back with things like Ordinary Rod, Training Court, and even Energy Retrieval. So Energy Retrieval lets you put 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. So if our Arcanines are getting knocked out, we just go, okay, get 2 energy back from the discard, throw Zapdos down, they're back out, accelerate them onto another Arcanine. It's pretty nice. We're ditching things with Greninja early, get them back. Same with Training Court. Ditching energy with Greninja, just get it right back into hand. It's really nice, and we don't really struggle to keep energy in our hand. Got Escape Rope for a bit of switch and disruption. 1 copy of Heavy Ball, since all our guys are basic Pokemon. If we're seeing any Pokemon in the prize cards, they're just going into our hand. It's a really nice option to have. We've also got 4 Quick Ball and Ultra Ball for some search, 4 Scoop Up Nets to be repeatedly using those Zapdos, and then 2 Boss's Orders. Lugia is a very powerful deck that's seeing a lot of play at the moment. Lost Zone is also a really good deck. So both those have single prize Pokemons that you wouldn't be able to target with Serena. So being able to go, hey, bring up that Arceus, I'm going to take your energy acceleration offline against Lugia, it's really nice. We can take that out, gust it up with Boss, it's great. Other supporters we've got is 4 copies of Serena and 3 copies of Professor's Research. Since we are going to be kind of capped, usually around the 200 range with Arcanine realistically, we're not going to be one-shotting Vmaxes or Vstars too often. It's nice to be able to go Serena and just bring up things like Crobats and Luminions and get the knockouts where we only need the 4 energy attached, so we can have 2 Arcanines being set up simultaneously. We've got 2 copies of the Cape of Toughness, and then for energy we've got 12 basic fighting and the previously mentioned 4 stone energy. That's a deck list. If you like it, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you like shenanigans like this. It's also a great way to support the channel, so if you do, we would really appreciate it. But let's hop on the ladder and see how we go with this tonight. How do we have to take them all again? I got 11 basics. And we still get Crobat. Pokemon, I love you, but at the same time, you an abusive lover sometimes. This feels bad. Okay, what do we do here? What do we do? There's no point getting into Zapdos because we have no energies. Ultra Ball is a little bit bulky. Is Arcanine Psychic weak? Because like we have that, I just don't want to show them that we have that. You know? As soon as we show them, they're like, well, I'm just gonna not play more than 4 guys. And it's like, nah, you should play lots of guys. Play all the guys. You know what the guys like doing? The guys like getting played. Put them all down. You draw a bunch of cards with Genesect and get punished for it. Just want your Lucario EX / Breakpoint Garchomp deck to be good again? I don't understand any of the words that you've said there, and I love all of them. Please elaborate. Lucario EX Breakpoint was like the solid gold Pokemon, right? That was like the break Pokemon? I think I have him a champ one. He looks badass. They like you put him on sideways. That's such a cool feature. I love that they did that. Love Lost Zone decks. They're so versatile. They are very versatile. You gotta be pretty big brain though, and pretty quick. Well, you don't have to be quick at thinking, but if you're not quick at thinking, your opponent's just gonna be so annoyed at you. It's like, come on, man, I got things to do today. My laundry dried during this whole time. But there's definitely a good amount of thought process that goes into those decks. So I respect people that are like, that's their go-to deck and they're very competent with it. Props, big props. But yeah, Lost Zone's pretty fun. I'd say I'm like a 6.5, 7 out of 10 with them. Like, I'm not by any means amazing, but definitely do enjoy playing them. Breakpoint was a set that came out in 2016. Okay, it's been like 7 years since you was able to play it, and it actually did so good since GXs weren't out yet. Do you have anyone that plays like rotated decks with you, like expanded lists? So I know that is like a thing. A buddy of mine has just like heaps of old format decks, and you go by his place and it's like, hey, you want to play these decks? I say no because it's a lot of reading. I'll just do standard and GLC. Like, I'm a little bit boring like that. Well, not boring, but I'm a little less inclined to learn. Do we get rid of a Zapdos or do we bench it in hopes of getting into a scoop up net? I think we just get rid of a Zapdos, to be honest. We get rid of it, we get into a Drapion. Does Drapion take out knockouts on Genesect? He doesn't have Oricorio in play, so yes it does. And if we give it a Cape of Toughness, it goes up to 260. He's already got a belt, which means 240, 220. He'd need 2 power tablets. So yeah, we do that to make it a little bit awkward for him. Make him work. Make him work for that counter knockout. Okay. Or just, you know, don't get into a switch. That's cool too. Like, not super cool, but, you know, it's cool. We abuse the Greninja drop? Yeah, we do. He comes back. Rinse. Repeat. Throw me a switch. Oh, wait, I can just attach an energy to retreat. That's the thing, too. Feels like a waste, but getting a knockout doesn't. We've got a Crobat to get some more draw, but it's like, do we do it? I don't think so. I think we're fine just doing this. Does 60 damage to one of my Pokemon. That's fine. We can hurt that. Sorry, Frog. Everything else gives up 2 prizes. Arcanine is the new Turbo Dark, but fighting. Bobo Super Pup. Who's asking me about the computer though? Bluefish? So I've got a build that I want to go for. I do. I haven't hit go yet though, just because there is a couple bills coming next week and my next paycheck's not for 2 weeks. So it's just kind of playing with numbers a little bit, but I think I will be ordering it in the next few days. I think I will. Been watching a couple YouTube videos on some parts because it's like, do I need this? Am I going overkill with what I'm doing here? But yeah, I've got a setup I think I'm gonna be going for. Alright, feel like I missed some things in here. Simon is big brain? I believe you, honestly. I fully believe you're big brain. You play a lot of Lost Zone decks. Also, when you play like 150 to 200 games of it, you get it most of the time. Yeah. Might need to get it up to 300 just to be sure, but I think you're almost there. Meanwhile, me, I was just like, let's do 3 games, tweak the list, 3 more games, okay. Tweak the list 1 more time, cool, we're good. Garchomp from it was really good, 1 fighting energy for 60 damage, and you can attach an energy from discard to one of your Pokemon and 2 fighting energy for 80 damage and an extra 80 damage if the opponent has an EX out. Okay, that's cool. And like guys would have 150 to 200 damage in the Breakpoint era. And with how I had the deck, Garchomp on turn 2, 2 strong energy, busted. That sounds very busted. You need help, just DM you. You're an IT guy, Bluefish. Really? You're not, you know, keep my balls type, right? Like you're actually an IT guy? Aw, Mew, you didn't get the number. Now we take 3 prizes. Aw, he thought he got the number. Poor Mew. He forgot about the DTE. Is Ryzen okay? Okay, I thought Intel was kind of like the go-to for streaming. Because like you can have the integrated graphics cards and it can take a bit of the load, was my understanding. Intel and Nvidia is like what I understood is good. But I can't say I really understand. Okay, well this is fun. Let's do this. Then let's do this. Do we bin that? I don't think we bin that. We could probably bin the boss. Just trying to think how best to go about this. It's like, do we go into Crobat or do we go into Arcanine? Probably Crobat, get some draw. Because then we just, like, doing Zapdos for 1 energy is meh, but it's something. And like, we're not getting a knockout with the Zapdos anyways. Oh, theoretically we paralyze, he just evolves through it. Alright, we might get a knockout. Ryzen multiprocessing is better to multitask. Really? Okay. So Intel would be good for like running video rendering and stuff like that, like doing YouTube process. Oh, we getting the donk. We getting the donk. Sorry, buddy. Does this mean Arc Dura is lower on the tier list than Arcanine? It's been taking a hit in quality lately. We start to pup. We start to pup. We could have started that because it's got free retreat, but being able to go pup, throw these down, attach. And maybe kill that thing, that'd be great. Oh, I love what I'm seeing right now. Okay, I just need like a quick ball or a supporter and we're laughing. Motherboard equals beef 550 or above depending on budget. Okay. Yeah, budget and stuff like that, I'll talk to you off stream. But alright, that's good to know. Cause yeah, I was looking at Gen 13, i7, RTX 3080, and then like DDR5 RAM. We do that, we do that. He doesn't get knockout potential, does he? I think I hold off on the cape. I really wish we had, you know, a little bit more. But yeah, we hold off on the cape in case he has like vacuum or something like that. No problem, Chief. It's good for people to have insights. Yeah, no, it's great. I love this. Thanks for joining the community, Bluefish. You're a really chill dude. I like this. Before they pull the trigger. Yeah. There's definitely been a few days where it's like, do I just do it? Wait, we attach that. We can't attach that now. That's fine. You guys see how much damage he just did? Enough to kill Vicklebolt. Yep. IT parts are hard complicated sometimes. Yeah, it's hard complicated. Yeah. There's definitely some things there's like, I don't understand. Like I was looking at power supply units and it's like, oh, okay, like I need this many watts. And then there's one that's like 850 watts. And then there's one with basically the same name, but it had an E in it. I'm like, well, is it the same thing? Aw, oh, man, we should have attached that cape. What are you doing getting Starmie out? What are you... Yeah, okay, we would have been out of range of this, right? We'd have 280, minus 60, 220. He's doing 200. Yeah. Yeah, we should have attached that cape. Okay. So from here, we can get those energy back, which is really cool. I'm thinking we just ditch him. He's gonna be kind of just dead in the water. The boss is a little bit funny. These are also kind of just clunky cards though. But it's like we boss that up? What's his retreat cost? Chunky? Free. It's his 1. Yeah, we just bring that up. Bring that up, we attach Cape, thins our hand a little bit, we do this. Regretfully, we couldn't play that and thin it. Not ideal. Yeah, I think we're just gonna hold here. Kills the Zapdos, he kills the Zapdos. We have no energy in play, so this is only doing 50. Like, he can use Swift, or he can try and set something else up, so this is fine. It's got free retreat, it's got 160 HP. I think we're in a good spot. Yeah, power supply, get modular, at least bronze, 700 and above for future proof. Will last you at least 6 years. Okay, yeah, I was looking at 850 gold, I think it was. So, I think I'm doing alright in that space then. I think I'm doing alright. And then there's gonna be 5 fans in the case. Because in Australia, you get into the summertime and it's like, computer's already running hot, outside's hot. I don't want my room to be an oven. Don't you get that Vikavolt online. Don't do it. Bronze to gold equals power efficiency. Gold would be the best. Okay. Yeah, because it goes bronze, silver, gold, titanium was my understanding. Like there's one up. Marnieing me. That's okay. Like I would have liked to use that research, but I'd prefer to be Marnie than you, Melanie, and item lock me. You know what? I take that back now. That might be okay. If we get Pokestop, we can get into an out to get Crobat. We're alright. There's Platinum, but it's overkill. Okay. That's just like if you're like really pushing the limits, like you're overclocking and things like that, you go all out. Make sure you have enough power that your computer is not literally just running out of electricity kind of thing. Is that a thing? Am I saying words that are real? Probably not. Okay, so we got that. Like we could scoop up net this, throw it down, attach these energy, accelerate them up to him. Quick ball, I think, for a Crobat. And then... oh, unless we escape rope. Let's do that. Retreat, because he's hitting weakness into any of these. But so it's... oh, Zapdos isn't taking any knockouts. We'd get capped at 140. It's 1,000 and above watts. Crazy, man. Let's try to be able to beat you. What you got power in your computer there? Well, you know. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. We do that, we do this. Probably should have double checked there's a Crobat in here before fully committing, but yeah, we're fine. Rod would have just been putting Drapion back. Oh no, we got some energies in the bin. That's fine. That's fine. Probably shouldn't have accelerated 4 out that way. I should have just done 3 and attached the stone energy. It puts me at 250 while having only 4 energy in play. Keeps me out of range of this Goomba. And we're gonna scoop up net one of these. Just in case you pull some shenanigans, sir. Okay, so I needed to attach that 5th energy. I overlooked that there's a cape on there. Dang. Dang, okay. We still end up ahead in the prize trade here, though. I think we're fine. Throw this down, accelerate the 1 energy out. We've got, what, 30 left. He does 50. We effectively have 50k. We retreat into this. Or not retreat, heal into that. So if he does go for the item lock, he doesn't get a knockout. We'll go Quick Ball, get rid of this. Get another Arcanine. We effectively have 60 HP left. He's already got a tool card attached there. With this, he's doing what? 30 on top of 50 is 80, 60, 80. Okay. We move the strong energy off this. Oh, we can only do basic energy? Oh, you could do special. Okay. That's fine. We'll leave 4 in there so we can still declare the attack. We take this one in case he does, I don't know, do some shenanigans. Yeah, so he is in a position that this could come up and item lock us. We're in a position where even if he does, this goes active, we attach stone, we bench this, accelerate this out. Swing. Hey Union, how's it going, buddy? It's been a bit. Hope you've been taking good care of yourself. Sorry, my stream schedule has been a little bouncy. It should be more ironed out very soon. And coming up to the Christmas break too. We'll get some time off. I think I got like 10 days off in a row. It's gonna be good. Office is shut. It's wonderful. First time having a job where they do that. I'm like, okay. I can get on board with this. What you doing with that Greninja there, sir? Greninja could kill this and like soften up one, and then their thinking is I can't gust up something. Their thinking is wrong. Ah, okay, here we go. He attached for turn there, so he's going for Paralyzing Bolt. It does get the knockout because of the Regileki. That's fine. Do we kill the Regileki? Like, do we just... Nah, I think we kill this. We squash that bug. Bump it. Get the number. Game's good so far? Games are good. Trying out Arcanine, and it actually works. I'm really enjoying it. Bench space is a little bit awkward, because it's like, oh, you want to get a bunch of Zapdos out, oh, but you also want to get Crobat, and it's like, and I'd like some draw support off Greninja. And I'd like to have Arcanines out. So I wouldn't mind finding a spot for like a Thornton. I think Thornton would be a good addition to this. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you liked it. And if you give the list a go, make sure to let me know in the comments. Love to hear how you went with it. If you need some other shenanigans, there should be some more videos popping up on the screen right about now though. But until next time, take care of yourself.